agreed to send to the federal government. Statement by Edo Civil Society Organizations, EDOCSO, on economic hardship and unbearable hunger and citizens of Nigeria, and demand to end it now by the federal government of Nigeria. Delivered this day, Saturday, 10th February 2024. Welcome all the ever steadfast comrades, citizens of our great nation and residents of Edo State, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to this press conference. Edo Civil Society Organizations, having observed and analyzed carefully the immediate and remote cause of the unbearable hunger and economic hardship in Nigeria today, we discovered and concluded that it's as a result of the wickedness and ineptitude of the government of the day that doesn't care about the welfare of Nigeria's citizens. And as such, a departure from the social contract entered by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the 29th day of May 2023, when he took the oath of office. Since the first day of taking over the leadership of Nigeria, the country has known no peace in terms of how our daily living, beginning from the increase in fuel price to date, continuous rising of dollar that has affected everything in Nigeria, including farm produce that comes from the local farms to our markets today. Considering this has made the saying that whatever goes up must surely come down, and irony, considering dollar to naira exchange rate and suffering in Nigeria. With dismay, pain, and agony, we have watched Nigerians groan in pains even when we try to assist as individuals from our own personal struggles. It's still never enough. And this has led to the continuous rising of suicide being committed by Nigerians every day because they can no longer bear the hunger and suffering. Women are turning to widows and men to widowers. Children becoming fatherless or motherless, all because parents can no longer bear the pains of watching their children suffer as a result of not being able to provide a meal for their children. Is it the crime that has increased all over the 36 states, including the FCT? Every day we hear and experience kidnapping, armed robbery all over the country, that even the common local farmer, petty traders and mechanics are now being kidnapped in Nigeria in exchange for whatever the kidnappers can scoop for themselves from innocent citizens as ransom. The federal government has suddenly become somewhat deaf and dumb that they have refused to act or do anything about it. The almighty giant of Africa has suddenly become handicapped. Today in our markets, we cannot even buy products manufactured by us locally, even the goods or foods we bring from our local farms, all because the prices of food and all other things are going up every blessed day. And the government supposedly have agencies that controls market price. Why these agencies watch in their slumber with their hands folded, doing nothing to correct these anomalies in the system, and yet we say we have government in Nigeria. Citizens get sick in Nigeria today and can't afford money to buy common paracetamol. There are no health centers or government hospitals to go to by citizens to be attended to with little or no money. In some cases, you go to the very limited hospitals and you are not well attended to by professionals because of this shortage. You can't get drugs from these few hospitals that are available, and yet the wife of the president will donate $100,000 to Sierra Leone to build hospital when we have needs for it here in Nigeria. How do you give what you don't have? Or is it the billions of naira that has been misappropriated or diverted into personal pockets by known and unknown government officials under this federal government every day with impunity? Yes, the perpetrators walk freely on the streets, monies that will be used to better the Nigerian society and citizens. We also want to state here that we are most disappointed in the National House of Assemblies, who have become a puppet in the hand of the executive, not knowing the power the Constitution gave them to serve the people. Unfortunately, we have slumbering representatives who originally don't know why they were sent to the National House of Assemblies. They feel it's their time to enrich themselves at the expense of Nigerians, and we think to the extent of their uselessness, they should all go home, so Nigerians can now conveniently know that they have a country without legislators. Going from the above, it is clear of the general sufferings that Nigerians have been plumbed into by the federal government since the day of taking over due to the removal of fuel subsidy without proper plans on ground to ensure the welfare of Nigerians, and of course, the further value of our naira to date. We say to the federal government and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he has failed in his responsibilities and agreement reached with Nigerians in Section 14, Subsection 2B, and Section 16, Subsection 1B of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As such, have made the following demands. Our demands that one, as a matter of urgency, the federal government will put in place all machineries to ensure proper market price regulations to end the current economic hardship in the country. Two, all economic processes to give value to our currency be put in place. Three, a proper, fair, and citizens-friendly policies be put in place to ensure economic stability in the country. 4. All security measures to any security be activated immediately. 5. If the legislators are not ready to legislate and live up to their responsibilities and hold the executive to perform in line with the Constitution, they should shut down the houses of assembly and go home before we begin a call back on all of them. Conclusively, we want to say clearly that failure for the federal government to swing into emergency action to end this hunger and economic suffering in Nigeria within the next 2 weeks, the president and his vice should resign so we can elect a better leader. Or we at those civil society organizations, those CSO, we have no option than to mobilize other citizens all over the country on a Tinubu-Shetima must go protest. And we can ensure a change in the leadership of Nigeria government to prove that indeed Section 14, Subsection 2A can be activated on any person elected into place of leadership. We want to say thank you to Nigerians for your patience and hard work so far. Together we shall ensure a better tomorrow for Nigerians and not this present better yesterday that we are currently experiencing. Let's not be discouraged by the show of ineptitude of our leaders, but focus on taking back our dear country from the hands of greedy politicians. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the civil society organizations and presidents. God bless our Nigeria. Thank you.